Hello, fuckos, and welcome to this episode 85 of the Chris Hunter Comedy Podcast with me, Chris Hunter, and the new Mrs. Hunter, Charlie. Yay! Say hello to everybody, Charlie.
Hey!
So yeah, as you might have noticed, I'm not alone today, which is a nice change, because today we've been together a while now.
Well, yeah, as in we've been together 12 years, or we've been together 3 weeks.
Both has happened. As you guys know, we're in lockdown, so we've been together at home for ages, and luckily we actually get on, so we've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it anyway.
Yeah, it's literally nice. Where people are like, yeah, but you wouldn't really like that. If you won the lottery, you wouldn't really quit work. You'd be bored. No, I'm proving everybody wrong. We like spending time with each other. Yep. And I'm playing a lot of video games.
She is playing a lot of video games. So you've been playing, well, I was going to hit it later, but you know what? I'll hit it now. You've been playing Final Fantasy X, haven't you?
It's not the only thing I've been playing. I mean, yes,
I know,
I've been
but
playing Final Fantasy.
It's the main thing you've been playing.
Because I am finishing games I already own. I'm not buying new games. I am not buying Animal Crossing.
Yeah, she's not.
I am finishing games we own because I own 19 PS3 games that I haven't even unwrapped. 19
PS3 games?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think we own 19 free.
Yeah, but still, I didn't know that. We need to get the PS3 out.
Yeah.
But try that. It's not hard.
There's actually one downstairs as well, isn't there?
No. Give it £2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But anyway.
So yeah, not buying new games, just finishing games that I've already bought.
Yes. Which is a good idea. I've been doing the same. I'm trying to work through the Assassin's Creed series, but then I also got distracted by trying to finish Final Fantasy VIII, finally.
See, whereas
after
I was
20 years.
Good. I finished Harvest Moon.
I finished
Harvest Moon. As much as you can finish a Harvest Moon game, I finished the story.
Yeah.
And then I finished Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
And now I'm halfway through Chaos on Deponia. And all this while playing Overwatch.
Have you also failed to mention, though, that I'm working and you're not?
Hey.
I'm working from home. I'm now in the 4th week of working from home, which, I've got to say, is awesome. I'm loving it.
I've only been off a week and a half. We didn't...
really?
Yeah, we didn't close when everyone else should have
it's true,
closed.
Yeah. Your place definitely didn't. They're like, no, we're essential.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
So I think I've been off a week and a half.
It's probably somewhere down there.
I finished on I had the Thursday, the Friday off, and then I had a whole of last week. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been off fully for 4 weeks, working from home. So not actually off, just doing the same amount of work, if not a bit more. No commute. It's been awesome. I wake up, go down, have breakfast, start work. It's sweet because I don't like the commute to Knutsford. It's not a terrible commute, but...
I was going to say, it's not that bad. It's half motorway, half normal roads.
Yeah, but the problem is there's idiots on both parts, so like there's always some idiot overtaking and speeding. Yeah, exactly. Whereas at home, I just go in the dining room and that's me done. It can get warm.
There's idiots there too. The kitty cat gets pretty bad road rage.
Oh God, the cat. Yeah, he's been annoying recently. In fact, something he did that I was going to mention. By the way, last week wasn't here. As you may have just heard, we've not been anywhere, so there's not much to talk about. So I'm probably going to do this every other week at the moment, I think. And hopefully you'll accompany me to help have something to say.
Well, I was like, yeah, I'll come and do this with you. And then literally as we were about to start recording, I went, oh, crap, it's bin day tomorrow. And I haven't put anything in the bin yet. I mean, obviously I've been putting stuff in the bin.
Yes.
But... now that we're actually doing weekly collections, I can throw away all that stuff that I've been meaning to take to the tip, and the tip is no longer open, so I need to put it all in the bin.
Exactly. So, yeah, we've got normal jobs to do. We have been doing other jobs as well.
Did the garden. We
did the garden, which was like, it didn't look like shit, but it didn't look awesome. And then we went at it thinking it'd take a couple of days of proper graft. And like within, an hour?
That's because you had a bright idea.
Every now and again I get them. This is my 2020 bright idea.
Yeah, we didn't pull the weeds.
Yeah, we didn't pull them. I went at them with a hoe, and not this one, a different one. I had 2 garden hoes that day. She's very happy.
I'll smack you around that head of yours.
You couldn't miss. So I got a hoe and just ploughed through all the shit that was there, and it worked a treat.
Yeah, you just literally scraped everything off.
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah.
It didn't even just take things off; it was pulling stuff out. But yeah, it worked a treat, and I took off we had moss on the flags from when it had been raining and just grows, But that all off that easy.
And then I broke the brush.
Oh yeah, she broke the yard brush.
It's essential shopping only, so we can't buy a new brush.
No, we can, but it's £15 off Amazon. Yeah. I'm not paying 15 quid for a yard brush. I'll use a bloody, I don't know, piece of cardboard or something.
I've checked Tesco when we've been doing our weekly shop.
Oh, I forgot to check that.
No, I have checked and...
Don't have them.
No, and it's so annoying because the garden is so close, yet you just can't finish it because our garden is completely paving flagged.
Yeah, it's all flags.
Which you think, well, what do you mean you've been doing the garden then? No, we have a forest grow between them flags. They have not been properly put down.
Like every weed in the world finds a way of growing. We even had some kind of like lemongrass type thing growing.
What about the really spiky thing? We didn't have as much of that this time.
Like one massive snake of painful spikes.
Yeah.
And it is a thick boy.
And you can't pick it up with gloves or anything.
No, it is dummy thick. You try and pick it up and it cuts right through any kind of glove.
Yes.
Stabs you in the hands. It's not fun. You cut through it. A hoe does a good job stabbing it up. But, like you said, this time around it's pretty minimal. But yeah, like I was saying before, the cat's been an arsehole. And the other night, well, not the other night, last week, would have been last week's episode the other night, the cat in the middle of the night just spat up right in between both of our pillows. She didn't bat a bloody eyelid.
I was still at work when this happened because I went in the next day and I was telling him at work.
That's right, yeah. So obviously she was asleep at the time. But this is about 3 or 4 in the morning, I think. And I just wake up to... I'm like, oh shit, I know that noise. And look left and the cat's like... and it just pukes up right in between me and her on the bed. But it's not only on the bed, it's like behind the bed as well. And then onto the frame behind the mattress. And she still didn't wake up. I went downstairs. I got like antibacterial wipes and all sorts of things.
I think it was the first time you ever cleaned up after the cat.
No, the second or third. But still, I had to do it. And you're just lying there like, I don't care. Whereas I'm like, I'm not sleeping in this bed.
It's not like I didn't care. I was asleep.
That's what I mean.
It wasn't like I was being gross and just being like, I'm just asleep.
It's like, I might add to my moisturiser my hair or something. No, it's just that you didn't even wake up to it. And I couldn't believe it.
I don't wake up to nothing.
I woke up to the very first, yucky sound the cat made. Like, oh shit, this is going to go down. So yeah, I had to go down, get some wipes, clean it all up, and then go to bed. After giving him some water. Double checking he was okay. Yeah, he already had water, just saying... you got to check his eye after being yucky.
On Saturday, I woke up and sat in bed for 45 minutes playing on my phone because that's what I do when you were still asleep. So I decided to go downstairs and the cat just instantly shouted at you, didn't he? Because it was like, she's downstairs, why aren't you?
Oh my God, he's such a prick when he does this. Yeah, he literally came up and he put his front paws on the bed right in front of my face and just meowed at my face. So I woke up like, what's wrong with you? And he meows at me all the way to the hall, keeps meowing at me. Like, I'm getting up. So I go to the bathroom and he stands outside the bathroom just meowing through the door. And then I get out and he starts going down the stairs, stops halfway to meow at me even more, and then keeps going into the living room, meowing at me again, whilst I'm with you. I'm like, I can see her. I know she's here. I'm down here too now, bastard. And he did it again the other night.
By the way, we have a futon bed, so we sleep pretty much on
the
floor.
Yeah, we pretty much sleep on the floor.
We're cat level.
He's not just a giant... we haven't got a tiger who could just step on the bed. I should have mentioned that. Yeah, it's a futon. Can you imagine the size of the cat you'd need if he could just stop his paws?
I mean, they would just jump on the bed.
Yeah, but if he could just stand on it, it's like a frigging tiger.
We have a futon, so...
But,
cat level.
Yeah, it's cat level. But the other night, I went downstairs... Oh, the Wi-Fi went off. That was it. I went downstairs because the Wi-Fi went off. And the cat followed me. And he was like, wait, hang on a minute, it's bedtime. Where are you going? And he came down with me and he was meowing at me in the living room. And it's like 1 in the morning. I'm telling him to shush because she's asleep. Not that it matters, we've just learned. She'll sleep through anything. But anyway, he's shouting at me and I'm fixing the bloody router. Already pissed off because the Wi-Fi's gone off. That should never happen.
I mean, most people would be in bed. It's a school night.
Exactly. So why is the Wi-Fi gone off? It's the time I use it when other people have gone to bed. So anyway, I sort it out and I go to come back upstairs. And I turn the light off because it's nighttime, obviously. And our cat is black. And it is pitch black up the stairs. And he's meowing at me every few seconds going up these bloody stairs. And he even stops. He stops and I can hear that he stopped on the stairs. But I can't see him. Because I've just turned the living room light off. So it's not even like I can't see well in the dark. It's like I've just gone from a very bright room to a pitch black corridor. Because the street light outside's broke as well. So it was the time when it was off. Know that. It comes off and on every 5 minutes. This is the time when it was off. So I'm there
I am not observing.
You're asleep. So that's why I'm there I can't see you, move. So he keeps doing it and I keep hearing him go up a few more. Like, okay, I'll get up a few more now. And there's a few more again. I'm like, would you shut up? Because every 2 steps he's like, yeah. Like, shut up. Because I'm thinking he's going to wake you up. And then
wasn't gonna happen,
we finally got to the bed. He's meowing all the way through the hall to the bed. And then meowing at me whilst I'm in bed. Like, fuck off. I don't know what you're meowing at me for. What do you want? I really wish you could speak English. That might be a goal. Whilst we're stuck at home, I might teach the cat English.
Why don't you just learn cat?
Because it's confusing. I'm learning Japanese already. It's hard enough.
Yeah, you don't seem to be putting much effort into Japanese.
I'm
put
really
more
not
effort into cat.
Yeah, I'm really not putting effort in. I really need to put more effort in. As to you, we both need to.
Excuse me, I'm busy.
Playing games.
Right. I have finished, as we have just discussed, 2.5 games, played a bunch of Overwatch, and been drawing.
Well,
and every day watched a Netflix film.
That is true. I wouldn't want to disrupt your leisure time with some learning.
Exactly. I'm glad you're happy about that.
But yeah, speaking of watching stuff...
And I did the garden.
We did do the garden. Speaking of watching stuff and doing games and stuff, we watched the video game BAFTAs, which was... That was the weirdest one ever. It was good though, the way they did it.
I'm doing what's his face today. Yeah,
Well,
Dara O'Brien.
Yeah.
I'm currently wearing a jumper and pajama bottoms.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what he was doing apparently.
Because I've been wearing pajamas for...
Oh yeah, I'm in my work uniform. 4 weeks worth of work uniform. I've changed it. It's not the same one, but still, most days. But anyway, we watched the video game BAFTAs. Dara O'Brien hosted it as usual, but he did it from his living room, and he had a projector screen behind him with the BAFTAs thing on it, and he was cutting to people doing, their videos. And it was a really good way of doing it.
Only like one of the studios, I think, was like, wait a minute, this is an actual proper award, and they did their own little award ceremony, and he was just in the kitchen on his own, and he was like, here is my BAFTA, and he did like a whole little thing.
And he made a BAFTA out of like bottled bleach or something.
Whereas some of them was like, there was one just sat on the farm with some sheep.
Yeah, it was like, we won, yay. And then it awkwardly cut to a sheep and waited 12 seconds.
Yeah, and then at one point I saw somebody who was like awkwardly trying to make sure her kids stayed in shot, like, look, I'm a parent.
They're the worst.
And it's
I'm
like...
stay-at-home mom.
Right, why don't you just be like, this is an award ceremony, people are happy to get BAFTAs. It's not an unheard of an award, it's not like you just...
It's a massive award, yeah.
It's not like you just got an awardie.
Yeah, you didn't get like a Razzie. It's a friggin' BAFTA.
Yeah, it's a BAFTA.
It's the biggest thing you can get in games. We don't have a higher one.
Just be like, thank you very much, and do like your little speech, holding your can or whatever.
Cherry 7-Up, by the way, is
Cherry
godly.
7-Up.
Yeah.
But some people were just like, yeah.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, great, thanks. You're like, dude, is that what you would have said if you'd have gone up on stage?
To be fair, I think what's happened, looking at some of the videos, I think people were told, act like you might have won.
Yeah, they said,
because
one of the guys,
I don't know if I've won it or not.
Yeah, one of the guys said, if you're watching this means I've won. So yay. So
exactly.
It's like, is everyone going to do that?
So I'm guessing, yeah, exactly. I'm guessing that's what it was, where they were saying, okay, you've been nominated. We don't, because Dara didn't know who won either.
Yeah, and he said, I'm going to have to watch this. So while you're all watching this, I'm also watching this to find out who won.
Yeah, the weirdest thing was, he said, I'm going to really mess with your heads. I don't know who's won yet. So when you guys watch this, I'm also going to be watching this on this screen. He said, so I'm going to watch this screen on this screen, and then I'll know what happened. So I thought that was kind of funny.
You know what? The other year, we Maplin's closed down, which was a shame.
Oh, yeah.
But we used that opportunity to buy a dirt cheap projector. It's not like we're rich.
Cheaper than normal. Not a dirt cheap. It wasn't like a 20 quid projector.
Oh, yeah, no.
It was definitely expensive, but cheaper than normal.
It was like a £300 projector, but it was like a really good projector.
It was meant to be about $850 or something like that.
It was just only £300.
Yeah, you had to get it at that.
Yeah, so we bought that, and that has been amazing now that we're in lockdown, because people are putting on, like, the National Theatre, did the National Theatre's One Governor... One Man, Two Governors.
That was so much better than I
expected. And we got to watch that on a 95-inch screen. That was so much cooler than watching it on a PC monitor. And this purchase has come into its own.
Oh, to be fair, it has anyway. I use it daily.
Yeah.
It's my TV. Charlie watches the actual telly, and I always use the projector, or the Switch recently, but yeah, that One Man, Two Governors, when it first came on, because I thought it was a musical at first, like, as in the past, I thought it was a musical, and then when it came on, about 5 minutes in, I was like, this is just not good, because I didn't realise it was a play that doesn't take itself seriously. It's not trying to be anything. It's just like a tongue-in-cheek comedy. What's it, like a farce? Yeah, it's like a farce. I didn't know that. So I keep knocking the camera. Sorry, folks, if you're getting seasick. Yeah, it's like it's a farce. So once you know that, it makes so much more sense. It is funny then. But at first, like, Jesus Christ, this is a shit play. Because it just looks like a really badly written play.
But within a quarter of an hour, we're like, yep.
Yeah, we're like 100% on board. And then with the fourth wall stuff as well, they do a bit of fourth wall breaking. I think, is it still on the YouTube? The YouTube. It is on the YouTube until tomorrow. I meant to say, is it still on the National Theatre's YouTube page?
It is for a week, and we are currently on what day? We're on
Tuesday
the 7th?
at the moment.
It's going to be available.
Breaking the fourth wall here, folks.
Well, everything's dated in the episode. So it's going to be available tomorrow, which is the 8th, and then I think
which means you'd have missed it, because it'll be out tonight or tomorrow. So
yeah, and then it's a different show, but I don't know what show's next.
They did say what they are. One of them's, I think 12th Night is the last one. There's going to be Jane Eyre, and then there's another one next week, which I don't know what the next one is.
Apparently, at some point, and it won't be National Face because it wasn't on that list, The Play That Goes Wrong is going to be on. But I feel like my mum could have got that wrong because my mum was talking to me and she was like, The Play That Went Wrong with James Corden. I was like, no,
that's One Man, Two Guvnors.
No, that's One Man, Two Guvnors.
I don't think he was in that anyway.
No. So I think she was thinking of One Man, Two Guvnors, but then she was definitely like sold on the fact that The Play Goes Wrong.
Maybe they sell it as a play that goes wrong.
I don't know.
Because it does have moments like that, doesn't it?
So I feel like actually that one was very good. That did have an it goes wrong moment, and it was perfect because it was the night that it was obviously the night that they were filming it, and I won't tell you what happened.
Yeah, try and watch it if you can.
But there's like a bit of audience participation, which they were obviously.
I think it's meant to be theoretical.
Yeah.
And this night it became literal. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because they asked a question, which they obviously expect everyone to say no.
Yeah, because why would you?
And somebody was like, yeah.
Right, here you go.
Wait a minute, are you being serious? He's like, yeah. And then they like talked to him for a few minutes, and then James Corden was like, well, I just want you to know you have ruined the show, and you don't understand it now, but in the rest of the act you will realise why you have ruined the show.
You'll get it soon why you just ruined the show. There's like, do we act like I didn't see that, or did I act like I did see that?
And he hadn't ruined the show.
Yeah,
it's just quite funny, because obviously it did break that part of the show.
Yeah, you don't expect it at all to be what that was. But I mean, there's other shows that are doing that as well. Like, didn't you say Hamilton are doing
Hamilton are doing a sing-along?
With the original Broadway cast?
Yeah, they're doing I don't know how they're doing it.
I don't, because there's a lot of lag and streams.
But there was a link in that post that I tagged you in.
Right.
So
I'll have a look then.
Yeah.
Was that the 10th, did you say? I think it was the 10th.
I have no idea. I feel like it could have been the 10th.
Yeah, I feel like the 10th was familiar. So have a look. Hamilton on, I don't know, YouTube or some shit.
I don't know what
Google
it was.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be about forever, though, innit? No.
Yeah.
There are so many Hamilton fanboys and fangirls that by the time it is on, even if it's not meant to be recorded, it's going to be recorded by somebody, and it's going to be available on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be on Reddit or something. Speaking of shows and stuff that was streaming, Louis C.K., back from the dead, suddenly dropped a new special out of the fucking blue, and it was brilliant. It was a very, very good special. We were all hoping that Louis would come back with a bang.
I was so
in a couple
hoping
of years. I don't mean we as in you and me. I mean we as in the comedy folks.
Okay, I only know Louis C.K. obviously from you chatting about Louis C.K. and wasn't he on Parks and Recs for a little bit?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he has a show called Louis, which is amazing, and he had another show called Lucky Louis, spelled differently, like the other Louis with the E, not the S. But yeah, he came back. He's got a new special called Sincerely, and it is brilliant. It's really, really good. And he does talk about the thing that made him disappear for a bit as well, very, very briefly. But he talks about it for a little bit, and it's funny, and well moved on.
Talking of which, Louis Theroux was in Bake Off last week.
He was.
So that was a blast from... Was it last week or was it
No, it was the week before, I think. But either way, Louis Theroux, it's good to see him again. I've not seen Louis for ages.
Yeah.
And it's good because he's got such a unique sense of humour that you can't hate the guy, but you also kind of struggle to fully like him.
I need to watch all of these shows because I've only watched a few of them. I've watched
a ton of them.
I've watched the one with the prostitutes.
Oh yeah,
I've watched the one with the churches.
They own the house together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I've watched another one.
You need to watch the Scientology one.
I have not watched the Scientology.
That's a good one. I think it's on YouTube.
I remember when he went to go and watch the crazy ass Christian family.
Oh god, what are they called?
The Woodborough Church.
No, the I had it then.
I think it's Woodborough.
It's not Woodborough. It's it's a something church like that, but it's not Woodborough.
But when he went, and one of the members of the church was another journalist who'd been to see them like the year before, and then ended up joining. He was like, "Well, now I'm a bit scared."
Westborough.
That's what I just said.
You said Woodborough. It's on camera. Check it. Rewind. 10 seconds, guys. Woodborough. See? It was the Westborough Baptist Church, and they're fucking insane. The main one's left. Not the main one. The main one's dead.
Died, didn't he?
But Megan Phelps, who's one of the ones who was always at the forefront of all the PR and all the God hates fags signs. She was always on at the front, and Kevin Smith got flirting with her on Twitter.
I think
he was like jokingly like he knew there's a good part to her because she would always just have a little bit of a twinkle of humour about her. Not much, like a 1%.
Just because you're a comedian don't make you good.
What?
Just because you're a comedian doesn't make you a good person.
Oh, no, I know. I don't mean about her being funny. I mean, just she'd have a little reaction to humour, whereas the rest are just dead in the eyes completely. And he kind of tried to dive into that on Twitter back and forth, because she'd always reply, usually with something hateful, and he'd just keep chipping away at her. And eventually they got chatting and she left. I'm not saying it's because of him, but it definitely helped. And then now, I think it's fell apart now, or it's falling apart, the church. Which is good, because all churches probably should at some point. But that one especially. Now, I've got a question for you.
Wait. Can we just go back for a second to, obviously, what's going on in the world at the moment, but the Korean church? It's just...
Oh, is that the cult one?
No, I don't think it's a cult, but yeah.
This is not the married couples one?
I don't know. I just know it's a church.
Right.
And they believed that spraying water in your throat would protect you from getting the coronavirus.
Oh, they're them people.
So they sprayed everyone in the throat as they went in, and there was coronavirus on the spray gun. And they infected like 80 odd people from it.
that is next level stupid right there. When the cure is the actual disease. That's amazing. Yeah. Now, I have a question for you. But I know the answer from you, so I'm asking them really, but you're here. Have you, like us, but you are us, have you, like us, let me rephrase it, has anybody else been eating everyone else's Easter eggs? We had a stockpile of
okay, so we're going to say, everybody that, well done, we bought you an Easter egg.
We did, but the bunny ate them.
But the bunny got coronavirus and died.
It got Roned.
We had to get rid of the stuff so that we didn't pass it on.
Exactly. It's for your safety. I mean, don't shout at us. Keeping you alive, goddammit.
John and
Calm
Rihanna
down.
had an Easter egg. It is gone.
We don't need to name all the people we ate the eggs of. We could just say, I was going to say we ate like 10 eggs.
We've not eaten like 10 eggs.
It's at least 6.
No. I think we've eaten like 6 eggs.
See? She couldn't even attempt to argue that. It is at least 6. And you know what?
You know what? I was smart. I gave one away when we've been doing the shopping for my parents, and we've been doing the shopping for my great auntie and my uncle. And one of the eggs that we bought was for my parents anyway. So I took it to them when we were doing their shop. Which, by the way, we've been being good. We've been dropping stuff outside, then running away.
Yes.
So we've not actually been
going... Because your mum will just try and open the door.
Yeah, she does.
Like, don't you get this? We're not shopping because it's fun. Yeah. We're doing it because you're not supposed to be near people.
So yeah, you put the stuff down, you leg it, and then you shout from the car window. Usually me saying, "I'll ring you," and then I pull off and ring her as I'm pulling away.
Yes.
But yeah, so we got rid of one of the eggs that way. The rest have been eaten by us because we've not been buying snack food when we go and do the essential food shopping, except for this time.
This time we bought some biscuits.
And that was because we've run out of chocolate eggs, right? Because every time we went shopping, we didn't get snacks. And then when you're like, I really fancy a snack, the only thing we had was chocolate eggs, so we kept on eating them.
You know what's great, though, is that our snack intake has gone up. Yeah, our exercise has gone drastically down.
Yeah.
Like, I used to at least walk... 5 minutes to work every morning, and then 5 minutes back to the car, and then half an hour walk at lunch every day. And now I'm like, I checked my steps the other day, which to be fair is not super accurate because it's from my phone, not my watch. But I did 500 steps the other day. 500. So that was my phone, probably sat next to my desk all day.
So
but still,
after lockdown, we have to go and do.
After lockdown, I've got to be vegan or something.
I mean, I know that they say that you can go out once a day, but we're just trying to avoid everybody.
Yeah, there's no reason to. We've got Ring Fit Adventure, we're not using, but we've got it.
I have used it twice.
I've used it twice too.
Oh, there you go.
But we need to start using. We do need to start using that daily if we can.
Well, I'm finishing other games at the moment. I cannot start.
That's not a game.
RPG.
That's a lifestyle.
It's an RPG.
It's a lifestyle.
It's an RPG.
You can never finish it.
RPG. And you know what? We would have been using the dance mat, except for somebody is working where the dance mat goes.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
It's terrible.
I'm sorry for keeping an income coming in.
Dire consequences.
The consequences will be dire. Yes, so on top of that, I've also, speaking of working from home, I guess, Mike Shinoda of Lincoln Park.
Mike Shinoda. Mike Shinoda.
That's the guy. He has been working from home too. He's been doing Corona jams pretty much every day. He's been live streaming for an hour and a half, 2 hours, just making beats, and it's really, really good. And he's been theming it recently.
So he's been coming up with an hour and a half of new content every day, and you're struggling to do it once a week.
Yeah, but I'm not a super legit professional musician who can just do shit without knowing how. I'm a, at best, mediocre comedian who has no material. So, you know...
Maybe you should start watching Netflix films with me, and then you can do comedic reviews.
You watch Netflix films whilst I'm working. That's not how that works.
Maybe you can watch
your Netflix slot is what time?
My Netflix slot is at 3:00.
See?
And it then runs until Chico
She does have an agenda and a schedule.
I do have.
She doesn't have a job, but she has
I have a schedule.
Place to be.
I get up at 7:20. Have you got the alarm set?
You don't even know what time, do you?
I think the alarm sets for 7:20.
It's 7:15.
7:15. I was so close.
It was 7:45.
And we go downstairs and we have breakfast and we watch something.
Like Family Guy or American Dad, something short.
Yeah, for until 8. Yeah. And then he goes to work. And for the first week or so, I was playing Final Fantasy X up until 12:00. At 12:00, it was lunchtime. So we'd sit and have lunch together, and then I'd come back on fat, and then I would play Overwatch. I'd play Overwatch till 3:00, then it changes over to horror film time. I'd watch a horror film, and then my horror film would finish, and I would watch Once Upon a Time on Netflix until you finish work. I have a schedule.
Just imagine if a 1 hour slot of that was doing some Japanese. You'd be so good in a month.
Hey, sometimes between 12 and 3:00 I draw. So that's me.
You do actually. You've
been
been plugged. I've actually got that coming up.
And I play Risk. And
yeah, on the iPad.
And I play I don't know what it's called. I think it's Pick-a-Picks. Basically, it's Hanji puzzles.
Yes. And what's that Disney game you've been playing?
Disney Arena, but not a lot of it.
You only just got it, haven't you? So
yeah, it's not grabbing me as much as it should. I like the style. I like RPGs.
Well, it's not for you. It's not for you. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's just not a you game directly. Well, because I've been listening, whilst I'm working, I've been listening to this Max Shinoda stuff. It's just really good passive because I find it really helpful if somebody else is being creative as well that I'm listening to, especially music, because you don't need to watch them do anything. They're making music. You can hear the progression in your ears. And it kind of, I don't know, it just feels productive to me. It makes me work harder. So I've been listening to that, and that's kind of inspired me to try and make some music. So
every now and again I turn on the iPad and it's
is
it GarageBand?
Yeah.
But the other day, I was on the iPad, and then I think we went to bed, and then we woke up, and you went to work, and I went to go and draw, and it was on GarageBand, and I'm like, at what point did you go on GarageBand? Did you get up in the middle of the night and go on GarageBand?
There was one time I did do that, I think.
Yeah, I was like...
You know, when you got something in your head, you got to just do it.
No, you got to sleep. It's bedtime.
No, it wasn't like that. I think I went down for a drink. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I went down for a drink. I thought I'd get the iPad out, go on GarageBand.
It takes a second to play it, you know. But yeah, so I've been faffing about with that, and I thought I made a little ditty, didn't I? A little.
I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
You did because I showed you it and you liked it.
Oh right, okay. I didn't know that was from that. If you get me, I know it was from GarageBand. I didn't know that was from that session.
Oh no, I've been making loads of different things, but that's one I've actually finished. Okay. So I put it on YouTube under Dino Space Ring music.
Dino Space Ring? How many?
And you know what? Just let me say a second.
Let me
finish. I've been trying to come up with a name for a music channel on YouTube, and I thought loads of different things, and then.
Sorry, what was it again?
Dino Space Ring music.
That sounds like an a-hole.
It does, but
because that's where the dynamite comes out.
Dynamite.
When you've been eating hot food.
Hey, whatever helps you remember it. Mnemonics and mnemonics.
Space in the ring.
Well, Dino Space Ring is because of my wedding ring. It's made of dinosaurs and meteorites. So Dino Space Ring. You should appreciate that. But also, I googled it before just to see because I couldn't actually remember what I'd called it. I thought it was that. So I put in Dino Space Ring to YouTube. You know how many results came up? 2. And they were both me. Same page twice. One was the page and one was the video. So, you know, it may not be the most memorable name, but fuck me, is it SEO approved?
SEO approved.
Or SEO'd. Search engine optimized. But yeah, go have a listen. It's called Dark and Shears because it's just a little demo thing.
I think by the time this lockdown is over, you will be a professional musician.
I would love that.
With a side gig of the game devin. And I will be a professional leggings creator.
Yes, because...
with a side gig of playing video games.
Gaming for Overwatch teams. You're going to join the Manchester Wasp. One of the things that, you've been working on your art on the old iPad, and she's made her first tileable pattern for leggings and t-shirts and whatnot, which hopefully you're going to have for sale soon. That'd be sweet.
That would be fun, because it's not that I can draw. I only started...
She absolutely can.
I only started at the end of January.
She's getting exponentially better, which as an artist is frustrating as hell, but I'm super proud of her, because I can't draw very well. I'm trying to. But, you know, I don't focus enough time to get better at it. Whereas she goes, I want to make pictures, and then poof, a week later, phenomenal pictures.
I see, I'm not good at it, but digital art is so much easier than putting a pen to paper.
Oh, yeah, it is. But
because I can just be like, erase.
Yeah, exactly.
Erase,
or
layer,
undo
layer.
or whatever. But still, you are good at it. And this pattern she made was like fast food tileable things. It's got
Because
like,
we can't eat them at the moment.
Yeah, by the way, I've not done the shout out yet. Normally I start every episode with what we had at Darkside and Cafe in the Universe.
We had nothing.
But we've not had anything from them because those fuckers won't bring it round to our house. What's that about, government? So
shocking. I think that's an essential.
It's essential.
Delivery.
My saturated fat levels are so low, I'm feeling faint.
You know what? We were going to have a really nice tea tonight, but we didn't.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it was alright. Do we
Anyway.
get to have a nice tea tomorrow night?
Yes, and I will cook it. Yeah, get off. If this wasn't on camera, we'd be getting a meeting. I joke, of course. Calm down, everyone. Cancel him. Fuck off.
We all know I could tech you.
Absolutely. Tekken. That's what they
I
call
mean,
it. Tekken.
everybody has seen, or nobody has seen, the Charlie versus Chico video series.
Oh, from our LPG Tube days.
From our LPG Tube
Yeah,
days.
we have a gaming channel. Or had a I don't know. There's a gaming channel on YouTube called
Hiatus.
LPG Tube, where we played each other or played together. And we had like a versus series where she'd beat me quite often. But anyway, yeah, so you've been making art, you've been making stuff, you're going to put them on some leggings or some t-shirts or whatever?
Yeah, mainly for me to wear, not really for selling.
That's fine.
But you know, if somebody else wants it.
Exactly, you put it on there, you know, whack it on Teespring or something, see what happens. And I reckon you'd do a good job with that, because I really like it.
I mean, I feel like it's niche enough that there's probably only me that wants to wear it, but at the same time, I buy leggings that I think only me wants to wear, and somebody obviously made them and sold them. So there must be somebody else that buys the same kind of weird ass shit that I do.
It absolutely has to be. Now, I was thinking before, because everyone's locked up at home, everyone's like, I've only got so much stuff to watch or so many games to play. What Netflix suggestions do we have for people?
Well, see, that's the problem, because we have a lot of the same suggestions for now as we had, like, 5 years ago. Well, not 5 years ago.
Yeah, but still.
Because there is things, like, if you haven't watched it, you need to watch The Good Place.
Yeah, so that's what we're telling people.
And the Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
The problem with Santa Clarita Diet, and it is a major problem, is it starts a little bit slower and it gets progressively better with every single episode.
It is weird how much better it gets.
To the point of it gets after the first series, you're like, give me my second series.
Give me more.
And at the end of the second series, you're like, give me the third series. And at the end of the third series, you're like, give me the fourth series. And they cancelled it.
Yes, so.
Right? And it ended on a cliffhanger.
Ended on a cliffhanger on season 3. But it is a really good show throughout. Just give it a couple of episodes.
Yeah. Terrace House.
Yeah, Terrace House is a weird concept. Do you want to describe it? What's that hiccup?
Terrace House is Big Brother, but not Big Brother. It's 6 people living together in a house, and they can actually just go about their normal daily lives.
It's in Tokyo, by the way.
Yeah, they're not just living in a house and it's only them and there's cameras there all the time. The cameras are only there a couple of days a week. And the housemates go to work like normal, go out with their friends like normal, get to watch the show so they know how they're being
that's
perceived.
weird. Watching them watch the show is a strange one.
You know, get to interact with people on Reddit and Instagram so they can know if people like or hate them.
But only a few weeks after.
Yeah, only a few weeks after. But it's just a nice show. And it's so funny because you watch it and they've got hosts who talk about what happened
like
in the episode.
segments.
Yeah, like say every 15 minutes it'll cut back to the host and they'll have a 5-minute chat about it. Yeah. And what was I going to say about it? So yeah. And they'll like something will happen in the house and like somebody will be like, "Well, I didn't like it when you did that." And they'll be like, "Oh my god, that was such a massive argument." And you're like...
That's like the peak of the drama. Somebody saying, "No, I didn't appreciate that."
Yeah, that doesn't happen in England.
Yeah, we need like, you know, cancer-ridden racists for it to make the news.
Yeah.
Whilst they're like, did she just say that under her breath?
Oh my god, did she just say that she didn't like that
Did she disapprove of one of her hairstyles?
They never say that they don't like a person. Oh god, no.
It's never direct like that.
It'll be, I didn't appreciate you saying this.
Yeah. It's more like, what did you mean when you said this?
Yeah.
They never actually say I didn't like it. They're just like, what did you mean when you said that?
And there's a guy in the host panel, and I can't remember what his name is. Yamachan, he's so salty like me.
He just looks for the problems, and
he
doesn't find when he makes
problems. And like, people won't even be having a problem in the house, and he'll be like,
Like, oh, that could be perceived this way.
He's such a shit stirrer.
Yeah, everyone's so nice. And then they're like, oh, isn't it nice to get on? He's like, yeah, but she didn't mean that. Like, what do you mean she didn't mean it? It's like, oh, well, think about this. If she'd have said this and this, then it would have come out that way. Like, oh, you stary little bastard.
Yeah, so it's amazing. And you also learn, but you don't need to learn Japanese. You just need to go, yeah. And then they just do the same note. Yeah, they just, I know.
That means no in Japanese, by the way.
And as long as you know that, you can apparently live with a house of strangers and get
one
along.
of them's Italian in our current series.
One of them is Italian.
A guy called Giuseppe. That's how you say it. This is part of his name. Giuseppe. You've got to say it now.
No, I'm alright, thanks.
Giuseppe.
It's just come out again for
we can watch it tonight.
Yeah, we can watch it tonight.
Fresh episodes. It comes out in parts, you see. But there's like 5 seasons of it in Netflix.
Yeah.
I think there's 6 in total, but only 5 on Netflix. The first one isn't.
I feel like the best ones...
Opening New Doors.
Opening New Doors, and the Hawaii one.
Yeah, Aloha State. They did it in Hawaii, because the Japanese love Hawaii. They go, that's their vacation spot, outside of Asia. And even though it's an American land, it's still all Japanese people in the house.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple little Hafus, aren't there? But
no, yeah, but sometimes you get Hafus in the Tokyo one.
That's true, but they can all speak Japanese.
But you end up getting a favourite person.
Every time, and a least favourite.
Like, what was his name? Was it Takahashi in Opening New Doors? And he must have lived there for like a year.
Yeah. Oh, this
and then when he was finally... Because you can leave whenever you want.
Yeah, you're not under any...
There's no voting out.
There might be like a 6-week minimum, but it's something like you can't... They don't vote you out or anything like that. They don't decide...
You just decide you're leaving.
Yeah, you could literally stay there from open till close. And it has a set time limit of how long it will be on for, although it can be extended if it's doing well.
Yeah.
But it's never like, you must lose someone once a week and there'll be tasks.
And he lived there for like a year. Yeah. And then when he finally said that he was leaving, we were like... No, Takahashi, no.
Don't do that. What are you doing,
Don't
man?
leave.
This is our show. You can't be leaving.
Because he was our favourite and we're so used to him being... Like, everyone else had come and left and we'd seen so many housemates move in and leave. And he was always there and then he left.
Yeah. And he was good, though. We did like him. But, that's how it is. But that's another good one for you to get into because there's loads of them. They're really long, like, episode-wise. There's so many. Each episode is an hour.
No, I think it's more 40 minutes, isn't it? 40
to an hour. Either way, they're long episodes. Yeah. And then there's so many episodes per season. So you got 5 seasons of, like, we're talking 45, 50 episodes per season. And they get longer each season because it gets more popular. So, it's really, really good for you to watch if you want.
I like it when everyone starts and they all go into the house and you have to learn about everybody from the beginning.
And it's just, I can hear the music in my head. It's just a nice show. I can't explain it. Go and watch it. I feel like it's unfair to compare it to Big Brother, but at the same time, I get why you would. It's the only thing we have similar.
Yeah. It's nothing like Big Brother, it's Big Brother.
It's more that people are being observed.
Yeah.
Doing stuff. But it's not like, secret cameras thing. It's literally a camera crew goes in.
And they get like whereas they get paid a budget for living in the house.
Yeah.
But it also then makes sure they've got money to encourage them to go out and do stuff.
Yeah, because they go to like restaurants and things,
Yeah, they'll go to fancy
gigs.
Places and sometimes you watch stuff and be like, oh my god, I've been there.
Yeah, exactly. It's in Japan. It's set in Tokyo usually or in the region. So they've literally been to places we've been to.
Yeah.
They went to our favourite place last week, didn't they?
Yeah, they went to Hakone.
I love Hakone. But yeah, anyway, Terrace House, another good suggestion. The Good Place, you've already said. Film-wise, you got any films?
Oh no, I watch absolute trash.
That is true. Never listen to a recommendation.
No. I watch everything, but my suggestions are good. But unless you watch like trash horrors, you don't want my Netflix recommendations because that's all I watch on Netflix.
Exactly.
Trash horrors. I have a trash horror buddy, and when we got together, we just look through and watch trash horrors on Netflix. Like that one that you walked in, and like all the wires were going nuts eating people, and it was like an 80s B movie.
Yeah, that was like some sort of like Tetsuo Iron Man, but like just not a good version of it.
Yeah. Await Instructions.
Right, is that what it's called?
That's Await Instructions.
Yeah, so don't watch Await Instructions.
But it's got Filch in it. That's why we picked it.
Oh, okay, maybe watch it.
It had Filch.
We do like Filch. Oh god, I miss it screaming. Right, so...
Oh, Platform was good. Platform is my recommendation of the week.
Platform.
Yeah, Platform.
What's Platform?
Platform
tell
was
the good people.
Spanish.
So it's El Platformio, excuse me.
No, it was actually Platform. So, and it's basically... Everybody's in a prison block which is different floors, and there's a hole in the middle of the floor and a hole in the ceiling, and a platform comes down and delivers your food each day.
You told me about this.
Yeah, and say...
like a hierarchy system.
Say there's 100 people in the prison. There's a lot more than 100 people in the prison, but say there's 100 people in the prison. There's enough food on there for everyone to get their daily calorie intake for 100 people. Unfortunately, because it moves down from top to bottom, everybody up top, if they want to be pigs, can eat whatever they want, and by the time it gets to the bottom floor, there's no food left for the people at the bottom because, you know, people have ate more than their first share at the top.
Yeah.
And you're on that floor for a month, and then they pump a gas into the room, and you wake up again, and you'll be on a different floor, so you could be like, woo, we're on floor 1 to 10, and then you're living the high life because you're eating all the good stuff. You could be on floor, somewhere near the bottom, and yeah, you ain't getting food for the month. And if you don't get food for the month, you're either going to starve to death, be very close to starving to death, or you're going to kill your prison mate and not starve to death.
Right. Okay, so sounds fun.
It is.
So would you class that as like an action film? Is that a thriller?
I want to say thriller, obviously with a little bit of horror elements.
Yeah, a little bit of Saw style.
And the main guy was in Pan's Labyrinth. I don't feel like he was one of the main characters because I didn't remember him from Pan's Labyrinth.
Was he the hands guy?
No, I don't know who he was. I don't think he was the hands guy.
Right.
But I like to look at films and then see who else has been in stuff. And yeah, I was like, ooh, because Pan's Labyrinth was a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And if you think, that even got a cinematic release over here when it first came out. And
is that in Spanish?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
and for a foreign film, I mean, I know we get more foreign films now.
Yeah, but still not many.
But for a foreign film 15 years ago, I want to say.
Probably, yeah.
Getting a cinematic release over here, that's kind of a big deal, yeah.
It's like The Orphanage.
Yeah, well, it's the same director.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's...
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like that... I can't remember if it was a massive deal at the time, because I loved it, so it was a big deal to me.
Yeah. I think it's a cult classic, Pan's Labyrinth.
But yeah, I feel like that must have been major in Spanish-speaking countries.
Maybe.
So for you to be in that movie must mean that you must be a big name actor over there, and then you're just in this Netflix film.
Right.
It's good.
Well, there you go, folks. There's recommendations. Now, it is time for...
On this day trivia time.
On this day trivia time. It's not great today, I'm not going to lie, folks. In 1926-27, on this day, was the first US long-distance demonstration of television. Look at those fat fucks now.
What was on television?
Oh, I've got to read it. I just read the headline.
No, we need to know what was on the TV.
It was 200 miles over telephone cables. It was a speech by the Secretary of Commerce and future President Herbert Hoover.
See?
Today we have in a sense the transmission of sight for the first time in the world's history.
We don't need that bit. We just wanted to know what was on. Was it an episode of the Flintstones?
Yeah, the first thing would have been an episode of a TV series.
Well, the Flintstones are from the Stone Age.
That is true. I guess it would have been like a historical documentary. But
yeah, exactly.
On this day, in 1989, a nuclear submarine sinks after catching fire. Fuck me, that'd be scary.
How do you catch... Wait, was it... I'm assuming it was above water.
No. That's even... Go on, let me see how you get this. I know how it happened.
So, yeah, obviously the fire was on the inside then.
Yeah. So how did the fire start in a submarine?
Well, it was a nuclear fire, so...
No, I didn't say that. It's a nuclear sub.
Oh, okay, well, I'm going to still assume...
I don't think such a thing as a nuclear fire. I think it's just called an explosion.
Oh, no, but that would start a fire.
A lot of fires.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's in the ocean.
Somebody burnt popcorn while making it in
I don't think you're allowed popcorn in a submarine.
Do you know?
Wait, I don't know it.
Right, exactly. So somebody was making popcorn.
Okay.
Right.
I'm with you.
And Jerry came in.
Jerry.
It's always
Jerry. Fucking Jerry.
Right? And he was like, mate, you need to come and check the sonar. And he's like, dude.
Boop. It's just a guy in the corner. Boop. We're not invented it yet.
And he's like, dude, what's going on? Right? And he's like, is it important because, I'm cooking? And he's like, yeah, you need to come and check this. And he went through and it turns out that it was actually just a really big shark. But we're in a submarine, so it's like...
Jerry's just mooning the sharks.
You're like, Jerry, seriously, right? I was cooking food. And he's like, well, fine, go back. And, you went back to the food, but because it's popcorn and you'd left it in there too long, popcorn catches fire.
It's true. And
that is how Jerry died.
Well...
He took everyone else down with him.
Yeah, you're almost right. He took 42 people with him. Yeah, it was not that. You were close, I guess. It was an electrical fault. Just electrical fault.
Yeah, caused by the popcorn
No,
in
just
the microwave.
caused by wires going... And then the worst part is, right, this is the...
Does it say it wasn't a microwave?
It does, actually, because it says that it wasn't. It doesn't say it wasn't a microwave.
It
just says...
It specifies in the article there was a fire.
Well, see, unless there's a microwave in the engine room, it wasn't that, because there's an electrical fire started in the engine room.
Well, wait.
There's a kitchen for microwaves.
No, we haven't got a kitchen at work. As you have been in my work.
You have a shed outside.
No, right? You know where the, where the clock-in machine is, and then the door goes through to the factory, and there's that little area where the toilets are.
Is that where the microwave is?
That's where the microwave is.
Okay, but
still...
Still, in a submarine... Right.
Engineers need popcorn.
Okay, engineers need love too, folks. So, anyway, it was an electrical fire started in the engine room, and this is the bit that really kicks you in the dick, because, as you know, or don't know, submarines are sealed per segment. So if something fucks up, cool, you've lost the back of the submarine by 12 people. The rest are safe-ish. But it was fully sealed, fully locked up and sealed, but wires have got to go places. So the fire that started literally in the cables went through the cables and burnt the rest of the fuckers up.
Jerry's fault.
Jerry, bloody popcorn. So yeah, unfortunately, 45 people did die. 42 people, sorry. Fuck the other 3. So yeah, anyway. So that means that there was a sunken submarine with 2 nuclear warheads on it.
And what happened to it?
I didn't read the rest. Oh, it's still there.
I mean, on your news today...
It's about a mile
down. Do you
down.
always just do half stories? Do you here's a tidbit?
Literally, trivia time. I read it for the first time with these guys.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, do you just go, hey, look, there was TV in America, and then not tell them what was on the TV?
Well, because this is boring, so I just whiz through it. You make it interesting by asking questions, but normally I'm on my own, almost crying into my phone going, please be interested. And it's normally not. There was the Iranian hostage crisis. That was interesting. On this day in 1980, there's a film about that. I think it's called Breach or something like that. Completely made that bit up. I mean, there's a film, but I don't think it's called Breach. But it's, they had people, they sent in the SAS. I think it was the first time they'd been seen doing stuff, because they're normally super secretive or whatever. And it was televised, and they had to break into the Iranian embassy and rescue hostages. And it was really cool. I think one person died.
How do you televise that?
Filming it from afar.
Yeah, no, but it's not like... Okay, yeah, okay.
It's 1980, it's not like 1943.
Yeah, I know, but it's like the camera crew are running behind him going, just wait up, guys. I need to get in front of you. You need to run towards the camera. We've not got our shot yet.
It's not like Call of Duty. It wasn't a first-person perspective.
Jerry, can you move that bike?
But it's Jerry's ancestors. It's not like it's bloody Call of Duty.
Can you move the boom, Mike? We got it in that shot again.
Can you kill a different terrorist for us? This one's dead. No, it was filmed from a distance with a zoom lens.
Can you stop swearing? Because if you keep on swearing, we're going to get a higher age rating. Put the fucking gun.
Stop swearing.
Right? We're only allowed 1, and then it goes up in age rating. This is Watershed. Pre-Watershed
of
people.
Age ratings.
Okay.
On this day, in 1827, the match was invented. The first matches go on sale. Sorry, they went on sale. The first matches go on sale, invented by English chemist John Walker.
We are bloody smart.
We are bloody smart.
What was he setting fire to things for? Wait, was he a chemist like a scientist playing with chemistry sets, or was he a chemist like Asia paracetamol?
Well, they didn't exist then. So
was
I'm
that
going to
an
go with the first
one?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Because it's 1897. No, wait. Yeah, 1827. I had the wrong one. It was 1827, so it's before that shit. But yeah, he's a chemist, so he would have been mixing chemicals like what burns.
So he needed a quick way of lighting his Bunsen burner, and he invented the match.
Probably, yeah. You know what? They say the necessity is the mother of invention. So, that's why things happen like that. Let me see. What else happened? La la la, la la la, la la la. Andrew Sachs' birthday. Wait, he's dead. When did he die? 2016. Did you know Andrew Sachs was dead?
I mean, I'm going to say, is he the guy that owned the shop chain in America?
No, well, Sachs, Goldsmith and whatever. No, this is the guy who played Manuel in Fawlty Towers.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I knew he died.
I forgot. Well,
he died shortly after the whole Jonathan Ross incident, didn't he?
3 years ago. That was like a decade ago. He died in 2016. Anyway, what else happened? Nothing of interest so far.
Well, that was a downer. You're like, look, it was this guy's birthday.
Okay, let's move on to the deaths. Henry Ford died on this day in 1947. The guy who brought you the Ford. P.T. Barnum You know
P.T. Barnum, yeah, he was an arsehole.
He was, but he had the greatest show.
Yeah, he's got a good musical.
1891. Fuck, he looks like... Look at the face of that bastard.
Oh, he should have been
Look
in
at
the
him,
show.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you could have just imported this in post. But no, you...
Do you know how much
you
I would
show
have to edit?
camera.
I already have. You weren't looking. Bloody Charles VIII died 1498. I wasn't calling you Charles VIII. Right, anyway, so next up is... Thumbs up or thumbs down.
That was such a weirdest song.
It's a short song. I made it myself. Is it thumbs up or thumbs down? So, Charlie, on the spot. Not the vote for the pissing song. I'll tell you what, you can't get the bloody stuff, can you? So, what is your thumbs up for this week? Something you like. Something
Platform.
you approve of. Platform. The film, the Netflix one? Okay.
Final Fantasy X, thumbs up. Final Fantasy X-2, thumbs down.
Really? Give it more time.
I will. I'll only give it half an hour
Exactly.
so far.
You
But
can't-
active battle systems, no.
Oh, come on, you coward.
What am I playing COD? No.
No, you're playing an RPG past 1986.
No.
So anyway, what's your thumbs down? Your other thumbs down?
My other thumbs down. I have watched some shit on Netflix this week. The film I watched today was disappointing. What did I watch? The Invitation. That was
The Invitation.
disappointing.
Right.
It was an hour and 40 minutes. It had 5 minutes of action in it. And it was not worth it. It wasn't worth the 5 minutes of entertainment, which wasn't that entertaining.
Well, my thumbs up at the moment is for all the people who are doing streams to help people who are out of work at the moment or can't do stuff, or just helping people stay sane.
My thumbs up is getting paid 80% to stay home and play video games. And I know this is a really bad situation, and I've got people that we're worried about. We've got people that we
all
care
have.
about, vulnerable people, so I'm not happy about the situation whatsoever.
No, of course.
But somebody's paying me 80% of my current pay to stay home and play Final
But
Fantasy.
to be fair, that's because you don't have a choice but to not work. You're literally saving lives by staying home.
I am.
We all should be wearing capes.
I'm a goddamn superhero. I am saving Spira and I am saving the Earth.
See? What's that cheerleader thing? Save the cheerleaders, save the world?
We should watch Heroes.
Maybe. But also, just in general as well, as a little aside, thank you to anybody who is trying to help people who are in trouble, or the NHS and all this stuff. It's terrible.
We're definitely doing our part. We're staying home. People are like...
We are staying the fuck inside. We're not even doing the 1 hour walking around a day.
Yeah, we've got a back garden, so we can go in the back garden.
Oh, we'd used a fire pit.
We did
thumbs
use
up.
the fire
My thumbs up. Fire pit. Everyone should have one. It's just nice. We sat out there for about half an hour. It was quite windy, so it's kind of smoky in our fizzogs. But it was nice to just sit, listen to the crackle, have a chat, play some battleships, which we did the next day, but still.
You sung my bells.
We
played it that day.
No, we took it out to play it, we didn't play it.
No, we came in and played it.
No, it was the next day. Okay, anyway. Thumbs up, Fire Pit and the NHS. Thumbs down would be...
Going to Tesco and queuing.
You know what? I've got to say, I appreciate what Tesco are doing, though. I get weekly updates from the emails.
I like the Tesco staff. All the Tesco staff.
The staff are doing
well.
great stuff. The CEO and all this people up top are doing really good things by the sounds of it. They're paying a lot of staff. They took on additional 20% workforce for deliveries. They opened 125,000 delivery slots extra, which is great because people are stuck at home. Literally,
apparently you just cannot get them delivery slots.
You can now. It's
I literally had somebody posting earlier saying it's like 3 weeks.
All right, people saying there's some
delivery
tomorrow.
slot.
Right, well, to be fair, they said they've got a list of vulnerable people. The government released a list of 125,000 vulnerable people, and 75,000 of them are Tesco customers. So they've got their names, and they get priority if they try and book it.
Why am I doing shopping for vulnerable people when they could be getting their own shopping?
Because we're
I don't
nice.
mind. I know exactly. I want to do the shopping.
To be fair,
for people.
yeah, it does. It's nice to feel like we actually can do something in a way. We're not medics. We're not any kind of professionals.
It
in
is
that
our
sense.
contribution.
It's all we can do. But
Knock and run with the shopping.
Yeah, it's not hard, is it? But yeah, the shopping itself is the only time I don't like being outside. I'm fine, I'm not like a agoraphobic or anything. It's just that I don't trust other people, and people in shops are normally just pricks.
Well, that's before this happened. Before all of it. We always carried hand sanitizer.
Always, yeah. So luckily
we didn't
had
trust
some in.
anyone to begin with.
Yeah. So luckily we had some in. Anyway.
And then people were on about panic buying, and we've not panic bought. But what I find hilarious is people panic buying toilet roll, not for the same reason that everyone else finds it hilarious, but our normal shopping habits that have been our shopping habits for 8 years that we've had this house.
Yeah.
have been, let's buy 32 rolls at a time so that we don't have to keep on buying toilet roll.
Yeah.
And I bought us 32 rolls, and then, like, the week later, everybody started panic buying. And we're like, does that count as panic buying? Everyone's like, how many toilet rolls do you have at home? And I'm like, I'm not telling anyone I've got 30-odd toilet rolls at home because people will freak out. But it's actually just, for the last 8 years, we buy our toilet rolls in packs of 32.
We've always done that with toilet rolls, with hand soap. We always get spare hand soaps,
and
2
with
or 3.
The Costco wipes, because they come in a pack
the
of 4,
antiseptic
which
wipe
is
things.
like 400
Antibacterial
wipes.
yeah.
So we already had all the panic buying supplies in without panic buying, and then you're going, well, yeah, we look like hoarders, but trust us, we're just like this.
Do you know
all
what one
the
of the
time.
funniest things I was thinking of the other day about us hoarding supplies? Before I cut my hair, I had 5 bottles of shampoo in stock because they were on sale. I couldn't remember if I bought any last time, so I bought some more. The answer was yes, I had bought some last time. So I had 3 in already, and I bought 2 more. And then literally the week after, shaved all my hair off. So now I've got 5 bottles of shampoo, which luckily doesn't really go off. So I'm using a little bit every time. And it'll eventually work through.
It's because we have we have what we call the overstock cupboard.
Yeah.
So we always make sure the overstock cupboard is full. And it was never a reason of, in case there's a pandemic.
Oh no, never
It
for
was
the
more
zombies.
because we hate shopping.
Yeah.
So let's buy so much stuff that we don't have to go
But
shopping.
it's also because if something's on a deal, you get the deal.
Yeah,
usually.
so,
my shampoo is usually on offer like 3 for 2 or whatever, so I get 3 of them.
It's like, so this has been going on now for what? I know you've been at home for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But let's say people started panic buying then about 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, probably 5 or
Right.
6 weeks ago, yeah.
And we haven't had to buy any of them essentials
No.
because of our overstock cupboard.
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
it's getting to the point where we probably will have to buy toilet roll soon.
Probably.
Not super soon.
We're still on the second layer of them.
Yeah, exactly.
There was
but
4
then
layers
I
in the
don't
bag.
like it to go ridiculously low
Yeah,
because
same.
at the moment, whenever we open the pack of 32 in the past, it gets like halfway through it and I buy another pack of 32. So our normal stock level is like 50 plus. And we are running on about 20 at the moment. So we're running low on our
So
numbers.
if one of us gets the Bo Diddley squits, we're going to be scared.
So what I'm saying is we're definitely being good because
Yeah,
we're not
we're
sticking
not.
to our usual levels, therefore making sure the
Yeah,
rest
we're
of
actually
us don't
buying
think
less
people-
than normal.
Yeah, but it's like, oh no.
But yeah, so thumbs down, shopping in the current situation.
Hate
But
shopping.
thumbs up to the people working there. Truly appreciate that. 'Cause
Yes.
People...
They've been so happy, like, not...
I think...
They've been so pleasant and
I
chatty.
think what it is, it's almost like a wartime mentality of you've got to do this, so might as well make it a good situation. Because it really is like it does take a situation like this to realise how important people of that level are. Like people basically spit on retail staff all the time.
Except for us, we always make friends with the retail
Yeah, we do,
staff,
'cause
don't we?
we've worked retail, we understand it. We're also human.
We have our favourite Tesco staff, and I've not seen our favourite Tesco staff because ever since this started, we've been trying to shop like only once a week, and instead of going, because normally, right, in normal world, I go to Tesco every other day.
Yeah, you go to little Tesco.
So we go to, that's what I'm saying, we go to little Tesco every other day, so I know the staff. Like, they know who I'm married to, they know who my mum is, they know who my dad is, because we've seen us different times, and they properly chat to us. And I haven't seen any of my favourite Tesco staff since this happened, because we're doing one shop a week and we're doing it at Big Tesco instead.
Exactly.
To make sure that we can try and get as much from our list as possible.
Yeah.
And it means we're now missing our...
We are, but that means, in a few weeks we'll get to see them again. Yeah. Now, apparently, one of the guys I was speaking to at work before was hoping this will all be blown over by May. To which our boss, who was in the same meeting, laughed and said, no. He said, I've heard this might be going on until September. And we're like...
And the government's not even giving any...
The government hasn't, but, he's heard from higher-ups about potential other things. Knock-on effects and whatnot. Things could be like September time. So, we just don't know how long this is going to be for, so you just got to try and stay sane for a while.
I'm just missing Disney. I want to go Disney. Yeah,
same, but that was the case, virus or no virus. We were really lucky.
But I think, we were really lucky because we went Disney just before everything kicked off.
Literally, the coronavirus was a thing whilst we were on our honeymoon.
But as in, has anyone heard what's going on in China?
Yeah, it was literally just in China. There's this disease in a place called Wuhan,
and
which we didn't know the name of at the time.
Yeah, it wasn't even well documented. No. People weren't saying about Wuhan or anything. They were just on about a virus in China. and they weren't saying much about it at all. So you'd literally have to go looking for information. And we were on our honeymoon. We weren't doing that.
We literally had the time of our lives.
Yeah, it was the best.
And then I so miss doing that. But anyway, things are going a bit sour right now. Things will get better. Keep going. Keep cheery. That's important. If someone next to you is not smiling, make them smile. And like I said, we're going to do this every other week, if that's okay with you.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know when I'm going back to work. It might
just be me. Yeah, it's true. It might just be me. So I'm not holding anything to her. I've just sprung this on her. But I'm going to be doing this at least every other week. Because like I said, I've got nothing to talk about. So, got to let things happen. So, remember, folks, you can ask me questions or just hurl abuse at me or say anything you want. How are you doing in your isolation? Are you keeping well? Send me messages at social media. I'm Chris Hunter Comedy on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. On Twitter, it's at ChrisHunterCom, short for comedy. Couldn't fit the whole thing in. Always a problem. And anyway, that's enough for me, folks, for this week. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you all in a fortnight.
I don't know when I'm going to see you. I'm going to be honest. Don't know when I'm going to see you. Probably in a fortnight.
I just been to say bye.
Bye.
Bye, you beautiful bastards. Bye. 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 Together now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. That'll do.